Welcome back to Break 50.
This is the best start I've had in a Break 50 series so far.
In this episode, I will be joined by Paige Spiranac.
Oh my God. Cheers to glizzies.
And we will be attempting to shoot a mind-blowing 49 at the championship golf course in Albany, Bahamas.
I'm feeling a little something unique here. I didn't even bring the putter. That's how much faith I have in her.
In both episodes 1 and 2, we came within a few shots of reaching our goal, but ultimately fell just short.
Come on.
Go. I mean, do I even need to hit off the tee?
That would have been insane. Good shot.
Will Paige be the one to help me complete this challenge? We'll find out today in this episode of Break 50.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another Break 50 challenge. Today we have a special guest, Paige Spiranac. We are gonna break 50. That is the goal today. I haven't done it yet. 50 with Garrett.
So I could be your first?
You can be my first
Wow,
Break 50, yes.
Okay, I like that. A lot of motivation.
Break 50. We're playing the Red Tees here at Albany, Bahamas. This is where the Hero World Challenge is played, and I'm honestly excited. You've got a great short game, so she's gonna help me a lot around the greens, off the tee.
It's all you.
Just get it in play. We're gonna have some fun today. Okay, so the goal today is fairways for you. Free me up, all right? And this is a 328-yard hole. Driver for me, I don't know. Driver for you is perfect. We'll have a nice little wedge shot in, worst case. Get left, just a little bit left. Bounce left. Oh, perfect. That bounced right in the fairway, actually.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
That's my play. Just hit rocks and hope that they kick back into the fairway.
To be honest, that's actually the place you want to kind of go. The right side's a little bit better than the left, especially for this pin. But here, I'm gonna hit a nice soft driver. My 3-wood, I have no clue where it's going, as it's been the case for probably 5 months now. So we're gonna hit a nice soft driver here. See what we can do. Start off with a bang.
Yeah.
Sit, sit, sit. Sit. Where is it?
Cart path, right behind the green.
Okay,
little
that's
too hard.
pretty good. That's not bad, I'll take that. I tried to soften that up so much. If I hit that good, I was flying the green.
It's wild to hear someone hit a driver on a par 4 and the first thing they say is sit. He plays par 4s like I play par 3s.
So this is actually kind of a nice little shot. We can knock this in. You just trundle it down and it'll go all the way to the hole. Go, 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 that's it. Oh, sit, whoa.
Wow.
Wow, that thing moved like crazy.
Yeah, it moved a lot.
All right.
It came off pretty clean off the lie.
Yeah, wasn't that bad, huh?
And it was, yeah, fairly quick too.
Yeah. Is this going right?
Yeah.
Sit.
That just moves so much.
Sheesh. That's a lot of break. I had a good little
Yeah.
shot there.
That was great.
Start off with a nice little birdie here. Let you tap that in. Maybe. Good birdie. Good start. All right.
Bad start.
Good stuff. So in order to shoot or break 50.
Yeah,
I
do
almost
the
said
math
shoot
for
50.
me.
In order to break 50, we've got to go 23 under par, which is 5 eagles on top of birdieing every hole pretty much. It's disgusting. It's crazy.
It's not that bad. Okay, so Bryson, you have collaborated with a bunch of golf influencers, we'll call them.
Yeah, they're great golf influencers.
Who is the best player
Oh,
out of the bunch? Excluding me, of course. I mean, of course.
Okay, so funny you say that because there's a big hot topic, Grant or Garrett.
Yeah.
And Grant, I think, has the more stable game, but Garrett can just go low every once in a while.
Yep.
And so it's a big feud. I don't know who's better, to be honest with you. I really don't.
You say they're the two top
They're the two.
guys, say? Yeah.
Yep. From what I know, they're the two top best YouTube golfers. We have 115 yards.
Okay.
So I'm going to be playing a 10 o'clock 50 degree.
I'm going to be playing a 1030 pitching wedge.
Funny. It's going to play like 107, I'd say. So whatever that means for you. Beautiful. Go in. Why not? Do it. Oh, go in. That would have been insane. Good shot. That was still insane. 105-yard shot. Sit.
Sit. Yeah.
That went forever. Wow.
Good shot.
All right. Looks like you're closer, I think.
I don't know. It could be a little longer back there, though.
It is, but still has a good shot. That thing played severely downwind.
Yeah.
5, 15.
I can't read greens.
Pretty straight.
So.
Little
I'm
left
just
to
gonna
right, if anything.
Trust him, and he's going to tell me where to go.
Just a little left to right. Oh, crushed it. She crushed it. Pretty straight, actually.
When you hit it 15 feet by,
Yeah.
it doesn't move much.
Yeah, I mean, nothing breaks at the speed of light.
Yep. And 2
a
under
birdie.
through. Two.
That's a better start than Grant, by the way.
Is it?
Yes.
I like that.
Thank you.
Okay, so Bryson, you always have a protein shake with you. What is your protein shake order? I feel like this is something everyone needs to know.
Yeah, it's a chocolate protein, banana, cacao chips, almond milk, and flax seeds.
Okay.
Yep.
I heard you're out on peanut butter. What's the deal there?
I'm sensitive to peanut butter. I'm just sensitive. I
Wow.
don't know. All right. Par 5, dogleg left. 444. This is like a short par 4 for me. Oh, that's too quick.
2 left.
That's all right. Be all right.
Okay.
I got you, partner. Right down the middle. See what we got. Stop. I pulled it just a little bit.
Should be good.
It'll be fine though.
Yeah.
It's got a good angle on the flag.
That pink tee has never seen that type of action before. He's
Look,
never seen.
It got
You just
some paint
dented
taken
it. Seriously, you caught me at a very vulnerable moment right now, getting a ball out of my golf bag. But it doesn't matter when Bryson is your partner and we're gonna use his drive anyways. I mean, do I even need to hit off the tee? I'll just lose golf balls for no reason.
It's 132,
Okay,
130, 132. It's into the wind. You play like 140. I'm gonna hit a really soft little saucy pitching wedge in there. Very nice.
Go left.
Get left.
Go left.
Oh, short. It's playing a long way.
Yeah, I killed that too. I hit that well. It doesn't matter what I hit. It's not gonna help you at all.
Play like a 145 shot here. 10 o'clock pitching wedge.
Yeah. I'll be good.
All right, that should be good.
Yeah, great shot.
Thank you. Thanks. That's how you do it there. Eagle is in play. That would be 2 shots ahead of Grant. Sorry, Grant. That was a good shot, guys. That's a 6-footer for Eagle.
Yeah,
Very pleased with
really
that.
good.
Should be pretty straight, maybe a little right to left.
Okay.
I think it actually caught the tree. Look at that, a little yellow. It must have clipped one of the trees there and just ran out into the fairway. Got pretty lucky. Yep, beautiful. Simple, solid. What an eagle, we're 2 ahead. Good job.
1 eagle down, what, 4 to go?
4 to go. That's not bad.
Birdie on 1, birdie on 2, eagle on 3, and we could not have dreamt up a better start. Vibes are great, golf is great, and vibes will be better. That's what I'm here for. So I need to step up my game.
Why is this thing not going in? There we go. This is the best start I've had in a Break 50 series so far. I'm actually impressed. I'm very excited for this one. I think we could do it today.
How far is it?
It's 341. You got this.
Okay, that doesn't matter to me, so I'm just gonna try to hit in the fairway and then let him go for it. How far does it open up on the...
Not at all. So I would go left if anything.
Okay.
It's actually more open on the left. So like
Got it.
left side of the green, where kind of where the crane is.
Oh, okay, I remember this hole.
Yeah.
That's where I was counting for you. Too far
That'll
right?
be okay. That should be good.
I hit
Yeah,
that
you'll be
well.
fine. You'll be fine. It'll be okay there. A little toey there?
A little bit.
Little
I was
toe?
trying not to snap hook it.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. All right, here we go. Come on, be right. Get right, just a fraction. Okay, that's down that left-hand section there. That's a nice little chip and putt we'll have.
A
That was
chip
good
and a
ball.
putt?
Yeah.
Chip and a putt. We're
I
going
did-
to chip it in.
Okay, chip it in, yeah. I like the way she thinks.
Okay, Bryce, I have a question. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is a little bit of an uncomfortable shot for a lot of amateur golfers where they don't know if they should chip it or putt it. What is your recommendation?
When in doubt, putt it.
Yep.
When in doubt, just putt it.
If you're trying to make it, so like today, would you then chip it? 'Cause it
This one I actually probably would putt most of the time, just in general.
yeah.
But I feel like for a little chip shot, it gets over this first stuff and you can control the rollout a lot better. And so in this case, I'm actually gonna chip it,
Yeah.
but I want you to go forward with whatever you're comfortable with. Most of the time I would be putting this as well, just for
In a
oh,
tournament or
100%, yeah. It's just it's a smart play. Oh, do it, please do it. Oh my gosh, that's a great chip
it
shot.
went.
That was a good chip shot.
right at the end it turned left.
I know. All right, that was a good shot. I'm gonna try and give it an effort here. I'm gonna play it a little more to the right because I was a bad caddy. I didn't tell you about the wind. The wind is pumping off the right.
It's okay. Now we know
That's right.
for you to make it.
That came off so soft. Go.
Come on. Come on.
That was right on line. Son of a gun.
We didn't need to combine our two chip shots. It
And
would
then
have
it would have been
perfect.
perfect. What does that mean? 3-footer? Just tap it right in. Just tap it
Tap
in.
it
What's
in.
your favorite golf movie?
So my favorite golf movie is, oh God, such a hard question. Tin Cup,
I love 10 Cup.
my favorite by far.
Yeah, beautiful. Good putt.
Another birdie.
We are 5 under through 4. The best start to this Break 50 series. It's pretty impressive.
You have to feel like this was bound to happen.
No, this is gonna happen.
Every time he's so shocked. It's just a little offensive, right? Okay, great start, par 3 here. Short one.
What you got?
111.
Off the left, downwind a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a little 50 degree again.
What number would you play?
I'd play like a 107 shot here.
Okay.
I'm feeling a little something unique here. I think something interesting is gonna happen. Just a little left, get left, go.
Get left.
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Okay.
Solid shot.
Just freed you up to make a hole in one.
How many hole in ones have I had?
I don't know that off the top of my head.
One.
What?
One. I was at Augusta, number 16, 2019.
Only one?
Yep, this is about to be number 2 right here. Oh, wind. It's a little deep too. Dang it, I tried. Still at 1.
Decent putt for birdie here.
Yeah, not bad. There's that rope again. Make sure you don't trip over it.
Thank
I've
you.
had people do that before.
Yeah. What is this doing?
It's pretty straight, to be honest. A little bit right center, if anything. I
I'm
want to
not
see
a-
you make your own birdie here.
Would you say left center?
No, right center. Hello. Beautiful. Jeez, we are on a roll. Nice birdie.
Thanks. Here's
Look at that. That's your
tee.
tee. That's a hell of a start. We're going to keep it going. You've done a great job today.
Thank
We're
you.
going to continue that. But par 5, straight away,
We can go 7 under through 5 right here.
7 under through 5 would be a hell of a start. We'd be well on our way to breaking 50. All right, Paige, let's smoke one.
Just hit it hard.
Smoke it, let's go.
It's so close though.
That was close. You gotta just hold it off a little
I
bit.
know.
You're fairway though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right in the fairway. That was mint. Oh, that's perfect, folks. That's perfect. Let's go.
It's insane watching it in person, and I tell everyone this. It's like when you watch live sports, hockey, it just sounds different, feels different, and that's the same thing with golf too. You think like scratch golfer, like they're all this good. When you listen to Bryson hit, Tour Pros hit, especially Bryson because he hits it so hard, it's this sound like you've never heard before, and it is so incredibly impressive how good these guys truly, truly are. And I don't think people can really grasp it until you see it like up close in person. It's just something like supernatural. I can't even explain it.
Okay, we're 117. This is gonna play 130. Let's see a good shot here. What if she hold this out? Oh, that's beautiful.
Got a little caught in the wind. Just be short.
It's a little short. That's
Yeah.
not terrible though. That's not bad.
Not what we need though.
No, I'll get it in there close. It's gonna play like 130 almost, so. It's gonna be a 10 o'clock 45. Lots of 10 o'clock shots today because it's windy.
Go.
Are you kidding? I made it, just in the wrong hole.
I feel like the wind really picked up when you hit it.
It came off dead too, I don't know. That was weird. Shoot. Well, good shot, Paige.
Yeah, caught up in the wind, played a bit longer than we both thought, spun back. Nice thing is though, we have a nice uphill putt, and when we played yesterday, Bryson said he had this similar putt. So we know what it should do, now we just need to make
Knock
it.
in. Execute. I'd say just dead straight, from what I can tell.
Straight up that hill.
Yep.
Is the grain doing anything?
I'd say if anything, just pushing it to the right a little bit. So the grain's right here.
Okay.
So it should be going just a fraction to the right. I mean, just play it straight and knock it in.
Okay. Ugh.
Smoked it. It's all right. I got you.
I didn't want to leave it short.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a good try.
yeah, it was a really good try.
All right. Shoot.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah, just not the best wedge shot out of me. Call that my fault.
Cool.
Ooh, that was a little closer than I thought.
Need to get the vibes bad again.
Yeah.
It is a reachable par 4 for me, actually. Reachable for me.
It's 236.
It is 236, so I'm gonna hit driver and give it a go. Bryson will probably hit like
6-iron?
like a 6-iron.
Yep.
Hey!
Beautiful. That felt good?
Yeah, it felt real good. A little on the
Nice
heel,
short.
but
Oh, that's perfect.
we'll take it.
Go, go, go. Okay.
Okay.
Not too shabby. Good shot. Very nice. 6-iron little draw. Nope. That's so bad. Gosh, I chunk pulled it. That's in the bunker there.
It's okay.
Shoot.
I got you, partner.
Thanks.
Okay, so what's your thought process when you hit a shot that's not what you wanted? Because like when I do that, I spiral. And I think a lot of other people too. And they get on a bogey train, make double bogeys. Like what do you do to get out of that?
So I got to focus on what got me to hitting it good that day.
Yeah.
And I just go right back to what I felt that makes me hit that same shot again and again and again every single time. So it's really focusing a lot on myself and not being like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what to do. No, go to what worked for you in the past.
Yeah.
And that's really what I'd focus on. So you did a great shot there. I duck hooked it. Nice little chip here, landed right on, rolled in the hole. Sit.
Kick left.
Sit.
Man,
Sit.
kind of flew off that lie.
All right.
Not great. Sorry.
You're good. I'm trying to think if I should bounce and run this. That's the safer play. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play this just short of the green, bounce and run it up here.
Yeah. So good. Come on.
Sit, sit, sit.
It's quick.
Oh my gosh, that was fast as hell. All right, uh-oh. We're gonna make a putt. I've been steady all day.
Okay. What do you see?
Left to right, 11 feet. Yeah, just about 2 balls out again.
Okay.
On the left,
Okay.
on this side. My right, your left.
I pushed it.
All right,
Ugh.
we gotta make birdie here. If we don't make birdie here, this is gonna be Sour Patch Kids right here. That away. Let's go. That's how we do it.
All
Nice
day.
birdie. We needed that.
Yeah, we need that big time.
We cannot make par on that hole.
No, we were going in thinking eagle, and then we're like,
We might make par.
can't walk away par.
Let's keep the vibes low.
Yeah, vibes low. Golf is good.
Vibes low,
Golf
we're
is
going
good.
low. 138. I'm gonna play this like 145.
Okay.
Okay? Maybe a fraction more. Try to keep the ball a little low. Okay, well, a 145 shot here, Paige.
Yep.
It's all right. So I'm gonna draw this just a fraction into there. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Sit.
Hit it, wind. Hit it.
Sit.
Oh, perfect. Sit, sit, sit. Stop spinning, you little. Yeah, okay, that's good. What a good shot there. I'll take that. Playing some golf
He saved
today.
the day. He saved the day.
We're ham and egging it pretty well today.
We are actually. We're saying not easy conditions either. Like it's breezy
all.
out here. Course is tough. So if we do this in these conditions,
Considering who I'd played with before, she's got to be better than Grant and Garrett.
as I walk over to the shot,
Yeah, she walks over.
40 yards away.
This is going to be 2 inches out on the right, so right about here.
Okay.
And just a nice, good putt right in the hole.
Okay. Easy as that.
Pulled that. Schnikes.
Right off the face too.
Yep. All right. Here we go.
Yep. All day.
Beautiful.
All day.
Beautiful birdie.
We are 9 under through 8.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
An eagle here would be very nice.
Yeah. We had the one missed, well, it's kind of 2 missed eagle opportunities.
6
but
and 7.
Yeah. But we're holding it together.
Yep.
And I feel good. I feel good about this.
We've got to make eagle here.
Yeah.
Right at the A. Oh, we can see that A.
What?
What do we see the A? In
Oh,
front of
yeah,
the-
yeah,
yep.
okay.
That's where you're gonna go.
Okay.
Just right over the bunker. This is not easy too. It's into the wind. Yeah, beautiful. That's a great start. Now I can
Free you up.
go after it.
Oh.
Hook, hook, hook. I hit it in the middle of the face, dang it. It's short.
That's
See that bounce?
perfect, right?
It's perfect. Should be
That's
okay.
perfect.
That was a little right, but that worked out. We'll take that. Yep, 131.
What would you play it?
I'll play like 133, 34.
Okay.
Just a little into it, because you're gonna have to start out to the right. So like a 33, 34 shot.
Oh, that rough got me.
Little chunk.
Yeah.
All right.
Not it.
See what I can do here.
That was not good.
No wind. Sit down. Sit. Okay, we got a chance. That was a lot of wind there.
up there.
The right draw, the right line, everything. Just freaking wind was massive there. That wind shot it to the left, but we have a chance for eagle to break the record for 9 holes, which is gigantic. I still have my putter head cover on, so that is a great start. See if I can tap it down with that. Nope, does a terrible job.
Yeah, we can make this.
Absolutely. I got it. Go to read.
Say, it looks like it's a little downhill, breaking left to right, but it's into the wind, so you want to still give it a go. Problem is that sometimes when I do these scrambles, I don't want to leave it short, and so I end up just hitting it way too hard, and I hit it through all the break.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, couldn't tell, not at all. And I think that's like a good thing for people to remember. You still want to have good speed, even when you're doing scrambles, even when you're trying to be aggressive, because if you're too aggressive, you just hit it through the break and you're not gonna make it anyways. So you still want to have great speed. That's the goal of this putt for me.
27 feet, left to right. Started just outside the hole, 2 inches outside the hole.
Hey, that's what I said.
Your left. No way you still have to do that.
You would be surprised.
Wow. Oh, she
Oh, it didn't
killed it.
move.
It actually went.
That way, a little bit off the start.
Well, that's good information.
Okay, that's what I'm here for. Just good information.
Oh, do it.
Come on.
No.
Oh,
No.
how did that not move?
No.
Man, that one hurt. That hurt.
It's a birdie.
Okay,
Shoot.
it's okay.
We're 10 under. Well, 10 under, guys, through 9. That's not bad.
Not
That's
bad.
not a bad start. We've got to go, what is it? We're 10, 13. Yeah, 13 under par. 13 under par on this next side. So we got to make a few more eagles.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do it.
I believe.
Okay, so we are starting the back nine now. We left a lot out there, which is crazy to even say out loud, but we're both, well, he's playing great and I'm stepping in when I need to, so let's make some eagles.
This is going to be a challenge on the back nine, but we're here for it. Yeah, that'll work. Good ball.
Thanks.
Beautiful. Good shot.
Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to toe this perfectly. Ah, I just pushed it a little. That'll be in the grass over there on the right.
Yeah, that's good.
Dang, it's a good angle in, but just pushed it just a little bit. Hit it right in the center of the face. Needed to toe it a bit.
Okay.
Well, not the easiest shot here, Paige.
Not the easiest shot,
We can do it.
especially off the sly.
33 yards. A nice little high flopper. Just land it short, let it go in the hole. This would be an epic hole out right here.
That would be.
Actually spun pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's a good place
Just
to leave
wanted
it.
to get it over.
Not
Give us a
bad.
shot.
Yeah. Be good. Go.
Come on. Come on.
Go in.
Go in.
Oh!
That's
was a-
such a good shot.
That was a good shot. I'll take that. Any day of the week there. Shoot.
That was a pretty good shot right there.
Yeah, great shot by Bryson. That was such a difficult shot, especially off that lie. It was a bit sandy and like, yeah, downhill, not great. Okay, let's make this and then.
I didn't even bring the putter. That's how much faith I have in her. Right edge, knock it in. Perfect.
Yep.
Good putt.
Thank you.
Nice birdie.
Okay.
She's just rock solid on the greens. Very impressive. I love
you.
it. It's not
Thank you.
impressive. It's like I'm not shocked.
She's actually.
No, it's not.
I appreciate it.
No, you're really good.
I have to contribute.
Okay, par 5. This is where we can make up some ground.
We have to make an eagle here. If we don't make an eagle here, then
We're gonna have to make a lot of eagles
we're
coming
gonna have to make a lot more
in. Yeah.
eagles.
So the goal, we gotta make 4 eagles here.
Okay.
4 eagles on this side.
Where does this go?
So right over in between the 2 bunkers that you
Okay.
can see in front of you. We need 4 eagles here.
4 eagles.
This is one of them. That'll be good. Good ball.
Thanks.
Very nice. All right, I'm gonna smoke this one now. Right in between the 2 bunkers here. Get left, no, the wind. Going left to right now.
That's perfect though, right?
It's a little short of that, so I think it should be okay. That's actually pretty nuts, the odds of that ball being right there.
Odds are in our favor.
That's right, 91 yards.
What's the wind doing? What would you
It's
play
off
it?
of the left right now.
So,
So I'd play like an 88-yard shot.
okay.
Get up. Run out.
Oh,
Run out. Oh, all right.
thought I hit that perfect.
I mean, you hit it good. It's just a fraction short.
Yeah,
I think the
well,
wind,
short.
I don't know,
A little in.
might have hurt just a little bit. Oh, be good.
Be good.
Sit down. Oh, it's gonna sit. Okay, that's up there.
That's perfect.
Holy crud, that thing went a little farther. The wind died down, and that's why I didn't
Great shot.
go close. Thank you. I will take that. That's a good shot. We've got a good chance for eagle now. Just where we wanted to be. I mean, where we wanted to be was in the hole already, but can't always ask for that and get it all the time. I'd play this 3 or 4 inches outside the hole. Come on, we've got to make it.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
All right, this has to go in. I'm gonna play it just a fraction more and hit it a little softer. Playing this actually a lot more than 4 inches. I'm playing like 10 inches out. Stubbed it. Come on, come on. Let's go, baby. That's right. I stubbed it.
Did you stub it?
I did. Okay. What's funny? What's funny? I stub it all the time taking it back. Does not mess with me one bit. If people have ever watched me putt, there are times where I'll like take it back and be like, "Phoom," I'm like, gosh dang it. And then I'll just get over it and then I'll just hover it a little bit and I'll go back and through like it's no big deal.
Seriously, no big deal. We made our eagle.
Let's go.
And let's go to the next hole.
We're 13 under. We're 13 under. Holy shit. $138.
What do you play it? Annoyed me asking you that every 2 seconds.
What do I play it?
Yeah,
No.
what's the number?
The number is 138.
Playing.
It's gonna play probably around 130, just a little less than 130.
Okay. Is it a little left
It's a
to
little
right?
off the left, but it is downwind.
Okay.
What'd I say it was?
130?
Yep. Get left. Played a little longer.
Yeah, pushing harder, a little bit more left to right than I thought.
I'm gonna have to go with this one. 45 degree again. I thought I could use the 50 degree, but it's just not far enough up. So I'm gonna play a 130 shot here. Be right. Do it. Go in.
Go in. Go in.
That's it.
Oh, how did it kick that way?
Where is that? Is that long? Wow, that went forever.
Yeah.
All right. I did not expect it to go that far. I think this side is gonna be easier to make.
I already picked mine up, so
Oh,
let's, yes.
Okay, well, there you go. This goes uphill, left to right, all the way.
I mean, it has to go right, but
It should.
with the wind pushing this way, I don't think it's gonna move as much as we think.
Not as much. Just outside the edge, maybe.
Okay.
Come on, knock it in. I want to see a bomb. Oh, do it.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, that was a good roll. That was a really good putt. Where'd you think that started?
there's a spot. Let me try to find it.
Oh, I see the spot, yeah.
You see that? I tried to roll it over
Yeah.
that.
Right over that? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's so bad.
It just doesn't.
That was a bad roll, Paige. I'm sorry.
Yo,
All right.
not need a par, but
No,
we can make
that sucks.
another eagle.
We've got to make another eagle now.
Yeah.
That's all right. We got the next few holes. Well, the next 3 holes are all eagle opportunities. So I can drive the green, we can make eagle the next hole, 15 we can eagle. So we do still have a chance.
We have a chance.
We still have a chance. Yes,
Okay.
we do.
Man,
That was not our best.
that was not good. It is crazy though when you're doing this challenge, you have to be absolutely perfect, and those were 2 decent shots, both at the green, and we're just so disappointed because it's not close and you're not making birdie, which is a good mindset to get into, where you are trying to be aggressive, trust yourself, and your expectations just get better because you're expecting more from yourself.
Come on, let's go. Let's see a good one. I'm gonna pump one down there.
Okay.
That'll be good.
Thanks.
That'll run through. I think almost in the fairway. Be fine. Okay, time to step on the gas. That wind is pretty up
pushing hard.
there. Smoke this one. Come on. Get up there.
Come on.
Is it on the front edge there?
I think he did it.
Woo. That's okay. We can make eagle.
370.
chip it in.
Yeah.
With Grant, we chipped it in here and made eagle, so it is totally possible. 370 though, guys. That was 370 yards. This is the moment. We've got to make eagle here. We can't keep shedding weight here. This is not right. Come on, Paige. Let me see those hands. All right. 36 yards. She's got good touch around the greens.
Run.
Run out.
That kicked hard.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot. Let me give it a
Far
run
left
here.
than I thought. The wind really does take it.
It's crazy, actually. I'm gonna play a little bit of a low runner here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got this weird feeling.
Oh, go, go, go.
Do it. Do it.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh shoot. It's all right.
I'll go tap that in for us.
Knock it in.
That's one thing that's really interesting too when you play with really good pros is that like, I always feel like I have a pretty good short game, but I'll get that shot to 5 feet, 6 feet, and they're always within a tap in range. And so most people think like, oh, like they're so good tee to green, and they are, but it's really around the greens where most people will maybe double chip it or knock it up and down, and they're taking all the stress out of their lives and they're just having tap-ins instead of having to stress over their short game.
Nice
It's always
spot,
fun to
partner.
watch. So, and I'll take the birdie.
$14 under through 13. Not great, to be honest with you. We've got to get going here. We got to get to 16, 18. Yeah, we got to make some moves.
Yeah, we have to make a birdie. An eagle here.
Yep.
It's like par 3 for you. So I'm like,
I got to make a birdie
he has
here.
an iron in his hand.
Nice little 6 iron.
Oh gosh. I get left.
Just a little left. Come on. Come on.
Nope.
That's over it. You're fine.
It's fine.
There's room over there. Fairway. 230. I gotta start playing some golf here. Come on, Bryson. Nice 6 iron right at the flag here. Oh, that was it so good. Drawing just a little bit. I don't know.
I didn't even see it.
Is it short just a little bit?
I did not see it at all.
A little short. Damn. All right, we
Sounded
gotta chip
good.
it in. All right, Paige. Well, I didn't hit it on the green. It's close to pin high, but this is a makeable shot right here.
Yeah.
I want to see you knock this one in. This is the one.
I would love to see that too.
Go. Oh, bounced left. That's unlucky. That's a great shot, though.
Thanks.
Do it. Oh! I tried.
Yeah, it's not leaving ourselves in the best spots. Like,
No, not really. That's all right. We'll knock this one in.
Yep. Okay.
This is pretty straight. If anything, a little right to left. Beautiful.
Okay.
That went almost left to right.
Yeah.
Grain got me there.
Another birdie.
So
Not
sad.
what we wanted. I know, it is sad. It is so sad.
Isn't it crazy? You make birdie and you're like, ah.
Oh.
That's the funny part. That's what's great about the challenge is it kind of changes your mind frame.
Yeah.
As it gets you into a space where birdies are like, whatever, not a big deal. All right? It's actually a good training thing.
Okay, so we need to get something going. I know we've said that before, but now it's really crunch time, and we have to make an eagle here, or all of our hopes and dreams are dead.
Good ball.
Thanks.
That'll be good. Left side of the fairway. Yeah, right over that. It's perfect. All right, for me, I'm just gonna go with the right edge of this bunker that you can see right in front. Get left, just a little left.
shot.
I don't know. Where is that, Chase?
I think it landed just in.
Okay, we'll see where it is. Might be in the first cut or first little rough area.
We got a meal delivery for you all.
Oh yeah?
What is it? Oh my God. Is there 4 of them?
You 4 at one time?
Yeah, one time.
One time?
That's it. You do ketchup, mustard? What do you do?
I'm a ketchup only girl.
Me too.
Oh,
Wow.
you're a ketchup only girl?
Yeah, I am.
I was talking to Bryson because he said me too.
You're funny.
So you're a glizzy guy.
I do like hot dogs. Ready?
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to glizzies.
Such a big bite. That's a pretty solid glizzy.
The bun's nice.
You're known as the
perfection.
glizzy queen, right?
I am. Did you know that about me? I am known as the glizzy queen. Every 4th of July, I say how many I can eat in 10 minutes.
And what's the most you've ever ate?
Guess.
7.
6.5.
I was.
Good guess.
We're down the glizzy. I surprisingly only had 1. What are you gonna hit?
Whatever you tell me to hit. Probably a
Driver.
Driver. A little wedge.
Yeah, perfect. 107. Be good.
Come on.
Oh,
my gosh.
shoot. That was close.
You good?
Sit.
Yep. Nice shot.
Okay. Ah, that was close. That was close going in the bunker. We have a chance for eagle. We got to make that.
We have to make that.
I would help you in that bunker, but nah, I'm good. She's focused. She wants to make this.
What is it doing?
All right, it's gonna go right. I'd say probably about 4 or 5 inches.
Okay.
So we're talking like right here.
Okay.
Yep. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's perfect. It's a fraction downhill, just a fraction, but don't worry about that. Come on, knock this in. 5 inches out. Go in, go in.
We got the
putt.
eagle. We got
Good
the
putt.
eagle.
I'm gonna hit this just because.
Okay.
If I was able to just look at you and hit the putt and knock it in, but that's not good enough.
See, I'm bad luck.
Yep. Okay, we made eagle. What are we at now? Hold up, I gotta do the math. 10 under, 11 under, 12 under, 13 under, 13 under, 14 under, 15 under, 16 under, 17 under. 17 under through 15 holes, meaning we gotta go, we've got 3 holes left and we need 6 birdies. We need to eagle every hole.
Okay, so it's 3:45. I will just, again, hit my driver, and then Bryson's gonna go for it.
And be irrelevant. Okay, I can't say that. Sorry.
You told me to be relevant.
No, I said, and be irrelevant. Yeah, 'cause it's joking.
Yeah, basically. Story of my life.
Actually,
Nice. Good ball.
Thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 345. I've got to hit this right at the flag. Wind's off the left. I'm going to go right to the bunker. Toe this perfectly. I got to hit this up in the air too. Oh, be good. Be good today, baby. Come on, go in the hole. Oh, shit.
Bunker?
Just short, right in the bunker.
It didn't go in the bunker. It's on the grass.
It's right on the edge? Dude, that was
Smoked.
smoking hot right there. That's the first bunker of the day, I think, right?
Yeah,
it is
first bunker of the day.
But
I'm a great bunker shot player, so.
Are you really?
Now is my time to shine.
I want to see you hold this shot. Come on. You made eagle on the last hole. That was huge. You know what? Look, I'm not even gonna bring the putter. I have faith. I
Okay.
have faith in you.
Okay.
Go ahead. See what you got. Oh, bro. Oh no,
Where
it's
is it?
not. It's not in the bunker. You
Oh.
lied.
Okay, see, that's what I thought.
Hop in.
Oh.
That was
Well,
close.
give it a go.
You went for it.
Well, it popped out like much better than I was expecting.
Yeah, sometimes it works like that out of this Bermuda. You never know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you can pop out really nice. Do it. Come on.
Go. Go.
Go! That was so close. Oh my goodness. We've had so many tap-ins today too. Just barely not going in. All right, slap that in. Perfect.
Another birdie. I feel like we need to regroup here for a second.
So we would have to make an albatross on 18. Go eagle, albatross, hole
Yeah.
in one, albatross.
Yeah.
So I don't think we're gonna break 50 today, but we've got to beat Grant.
Yeah, that's the goal now.
That is now the goal. 50,
Yeah, we got to be 52.
We can 100% do that. We just got to make, I think, two birdies, right? Oh, no. We're 18 under. It's 54. That'd be 52. So we've got to make eagle on the last hole. We have to make birdie the next and the eagle on the last to beat him.
Oh no. I think we could do it. I think we could do it. Okay, so we have
97.
97 yards into the wind. I'm gonna play like 105.
Be good. Ooh.
Sit.
All right.
Okay.
Good shot.
Take it.
Very nice. Very nice. I've seen better, but
My comment section stays the same.
shit. Okay, this is a 97-yard shot. Gonna play 105, just under 10 o'clock, 50 degree. It's gonna be a nice little soft, saucy little shot. Oh no.
It's like the biggest bite of my life.
I pulled it.
It was like sausage rolls part
That was
two.
the right distance too. Son of a gun. That hurts, guys.
Yeah, you're supposed to get inside me.
All right, so I did get it inside you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And about 16 feet? I'm gonna guess 16 feet. No, it's 15 feet exactly. Shoot. This is dead straight though. Paige, you have got to just hit this thing dead straight and it goes right in the hole.
Okay.
All right?
Okay. Don't pull it. Don't pull it.
Do it. Yes! Way to go! That's big.
I didn't pull it. I didn't pull it. I was like, if you pull this, just do anything, but don't pull it.
Good putt. Oh, that's your ball. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm
You're
doing.
just so used to getting your ball out of the hole every time,
That's
and
true.
it was mine. So we made birdie, and we have to make eagle on the last
To beat
beat Grant. And to shoot 51. Par 5, we have to make eagle
Par
here.
4. That's a par 4. Yeah.
So
Everything.
No, it's a doggy left. Just hit it out to the right, left of the bunkers. I'll hit it on the green, and we'll make that for eagle, okay?
okay.
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 This is for fun.
This is serious.
This is to beat Grant. We have to make eagle. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's what the challenge is. That's why the challenge is so difficult. Oh, that away. That's a great way to finish off the day.
Thank you.
Too bad it's not going to matter.
Does not matter. What do you do?
That was
Smoke
a
a
great
drive
shot, though.
and you get nothing.
I have to make eagle here. We got to hit a freaking smoke drive here. Get left just a little bit. Oh!
Yep.
That's chip inable. I don't know how much more I got than that. That's a long ways. It's 360 into the wind, so I pumped it. I'll take that. We'll be good with that.
That's insane.
40 yards. This is it right here. We've got to chip this in to beat Grant. We have to chip this in to beat Grant. What do you think? This is definitely going left, so you want to play it out to the right.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty flat up there, so not too bad.
Yeah.
We have to chip it in.
You'd be aggressive here.
Yeah, give it a go.
Not afraid. It's a couple feet out to the right. Landed halfway on the green.
Do you think the wind's gonna push it at all,
Oh,
or not
yeah,
really?
definitely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, kind of at that bush to the right side of
You
it, or
got it.
not that far?
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
And it'll trundle to the left.
Ah.
Come on, get left. Go. You stopped that on a dime. All right, 40 yards. Land this just over your ball. Go. Just a little short.
Yeah.
I tried. I gave it my best. It didn't go all the way, but not a bad run. I want you to go tap that in, though.
Okay, I can do that.
I don't know what to say, guys. We started off so hot. Okay, Paige. Roll this sucker in. A little right. Oh, let me see.
It's like it's moving left to right a little bit.
Yeah, just a fry. It's pretty straight, though.
Okay, just
Yeah.
back of the cup.
Yep, you got it. Ooh, beautiful. Good putt.
Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for having me today.
awesome.
And just watching
You know,
you
look,
do
we
your thing.
didn't break 50, but we tied Grant. How do you feel, Grant?